Ba-da-ba-da-ba. Uh, I'm doing another geology class stream. You should like come. Purple app, Smoky Moon VT. You're gay. You're gay. You're gay. You're gay. You're gay. Pride Month. Happy Pride. Okay, there we go. Demon time. Hello. Noctis. Hello. What angle did you come in on? You came in on the recording a video to go onto other platforms angle. Oh. Boom, 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 boom. Had to be on time today. Hooray! I think I'm on time. I might be a couple minutes late, but I tried. What do you guys think of my outfit? What do you guys think of the outfit? Today, class, we will be learning Gemstone Basics. 101. Ten out of 10 outfit. Hell yeah. Say something, no audio. I am saying something. Supposedly the audio is working. Bum 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 bum. Do you problem? Okay, is everybody excited for our Gemstone Basics? I have to speedrun this resume, GG. Looking extra active today. Ooh. Bum, 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 bum. And then just pardon me, chat, while I really quickly go through and try and edit a clip for Instagram and stuff. We do it on the fly here. We do it on the fly, like real, like we learn. We learn on the fly here. Mm-hmm. So you guys might hear some double, like, me talking, but I'm not talking. Hi, guys. Okay. Need my keyboard and my mouse. Oh, that looks cursed. Only a little bit. Where's my mouse? Okay. We do it live, chat. Purple app. Smoky Moon VT. What is going on in here? We are going to be discussing our Gemstone Basics. We're giving a couple minutes for some people to pour in, and then we'll be good to go. And then we're going to learn. We're going to learn. I'm currently editing a clip. Bum, bum, ba-da-da-da, bum, bum. We do it live because we love each other. You guys love me, chat, right? Bum, bum, bum. Boom. You a jeweler or a rock hound? I am both. I am both. I is both. I is both. I'm so good. I can do both jobs. That's why you guys have to be nice to me. Have to be nice to me. Give me all the love. Bam, and that's how we get a edit done. Boom, biggity bam. Look at this. Look at me. Happy Pride Month. Hello, happy Pride. Hello, hello. Strem. I'm doing. And then let me post this, my friends. Okay. Okay. Oh. What happened? What'd you do? What'd you do? Oh, thank you for the sub. I appreciate that. You didn't have to. You know, you guys do not have to sub, but it is genuinely appreciated. Genuinely. Okay. Need to open. Okay, what should the title of this post be, chat? What should the title of this post be? What would be a funny title? Does the R on your shirt stand for rocks? Technically. Technically, yes. It also stands for gayness and loving thyself. What should the title of this be? Rock Dogs 101. I like that title. Oh wow, look at us. We get stuff done, chat. Okay. Okay, I'm actually genuinely excited. So one of you suggested that we do a class on, like, we don't have a baseline for gemstones, right? So we need a baseline. So I have put together, we're going to go through a baseline today. In this class, we're going to be discussing what are gemstones, what does a gemstone have to do to meet the criteria of a gemstone? and we're going to go from there. Do we have any questions? With images, maybe we will see how it goes. For right now, you guys are going to... Laptops out. This is a laptops out class, okay? No Google, but this is a laptops out class. Okay, as I said before in last stream, if you guys know the answers, let me know. I want to get you guys involved. This is learning. We are supposed to be learning, so let's do some learning. Okay? Pencil and papers, everyone. Got to take notes, of course. Of course, of course. Okay, posts are sent out. That means we can close all these wretched apps. Hooray! Okay. So with you guys, I'm going to make you guys go up there. Make y'all very big. Very big. Nope, not what I wanted. But sure. Okay. So, I have these all written. Okay. Okay. Are y'all ready? We're gonna start now. So we're gonna... Everyone type Rice is gay. That's R-A-I-S is gay. Because he is. He's beautiful, but he's gay. Okay. So. Where'd my chalk go? Where the fuck did my... Oh. It was in my face. Okay. So. What... Also, we're going to change the music. Because I can only listen to Grasswalk for so long. There we go. Okay, chat. What is a gemstone? What is a gemstone? Put Loon on. I'll put Loon on for you. That's so fast, though. It's so fast. Okay. Let's stay on topic. Class, stay on topic. What is a gemstone? A mineral that can be faceted to be used as jewelry. Yeah? So, Corey technically gets this right. A gemstone is a gem mineral. Or organic material that can be cut and polished. Now, this does not mean just for jewelry, okay? Let's get that right out of the way right now. This does not mean it's just for jewelry. Now, gems can also be classified for their for like decorative stuff. Like think sculptures and statues and things, right? Like those would be gems, wouldn't they? Bearings or watches, that is true. Those can be gems. So, okay, we'll cover this later, but I kind of want to focus on this really quick, my friends. What is an organic gemstone? Can anybody name one? Can anybody name an organic gemstone? Can anybody name a organic gemstone? Lenses for cameras? If they're made of quartz, maybe. I'd say amber. Amber is one. Good job. I almost reached for real life chalk. That's fucking crazy. Amber is an organic gemstone. Why is it organic, chat? What makes it organic? Isn't that most gemstones? Technically no. Oh, what just happened? Oh, thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow, Lost. I appreciate you. Because it is made of tree sap that's really, really old. Okay, here's a good question for you. What is the younger version of amber? It's called copal. Good job, chat. You guys are so smart. It's called copal, which means that it's this one older, this one younger. Okay. Now, what's another organic gemstone? You guys have heard of it before. Starts with a P. Comes from the ocean. Pearl. Good job. Good job, chat. So, organic gemstones are gemstones that are made of organic material. Are they technically stones? Sometimes. Are they technically not? Pearls are not rock. They are technically not a stone. A kidney stone for oysters. That is truly a sentence. That is truly a sentence. Okay. Now, we're going to start going into the requirements to become a gemstone. Okay? So we're going to clear this as everybody taking their notes. Everybody take their notes. Okay. We're going to write in pink this time. Okay. So what do you guys think the requirements for being a gemstone are? I'll write it here. What are the gem requirements? What are our gem requirements? Pressure? No, we're looking for what a gem would be defined by. Age, hardness, close. What we're looking for is beauty, durability, and rarity. Okay, now these are important because our beauty is important because it's about the attractive color and brilliance of our stone. Okay, our durability is important because it is its resistance to scratching, breaking, or chemical attacks. Our rarity is important because it is scarce enough to hold value. Okay, so let's think about things that wouldn't be gemstones. Let's think of minerals. What is something that you guys think of? Diamonds. Good analogy. Diamonds are actually quite common, but because of a artificial scarcity, they hold value, right? So, what is a actual rare gemstone? What is something that we know of that we were learning yesterday that is rare? Hi, Dewwater, welcome. Okay, so one of our rare ones would be like something like sapphires or rubies, things like garnets, things like those. They're hard to make, but they have scarcity. I missed yesterday's class. Don't worry. Don't worry. All these classes get uploaded to YouTube so you guys can rewatch them. So don't worry. I wasn't here yesterday. YouTube, beautiful VODs. Man-made? Okay. So man-made gemstones are usually made for real gemstones, right? Like one that I would think that doesn't exist in nature is like luag, like lumo garnets. But let's focus on these for right now, okay? So these three things make up what a gemstone is. It's its beauty, its durability, and its rarity, okay? Now, we're going to go through precious. Okay. Now, we're going to do precious. Oh. Precious. Versus semi-precious. Okay, chat. What is a semi-precious stone? Does anybody got any ideas for me? What is a semi-precious stone? Obsidian, lapis. Good. Okay, let's talk about what is a precious stone then. What is a precious gemstone? We're going to use P as an analog because I'm not writing the word precious again. Okay, P for precious. These are things like diamonds, ruby, sapphire, and emerald. Yuck. We hate emeralds here. Yuck. You guys got some right. Good job, Dad. Good job. Okay, so precious gemstones are things like diamonds, rubies, sapphires, and emeralds. Okay? Semi-precious stones. You want a good example of a semi-precious stone? We're going to use S for semi. Opals. Opals are semi-precious. This would also be things like garnets. Okay, chat. Here's something that you guys might want to know. How many more of this list do you think there are? How many more precious gemstones are there? You copying someone's notes? Yeah, mine. I spent like a whole night writing this down. Sit down. 130. Nope. This is not Pokemon. Hundreds. Nope. Lower, chat. How many precious gemstones are there? There are 4. Post got it right. There are only 4 precious gemstones. That's diamonds, rubies, sapphires, and emeralds. Every other gemstone is considered semi-precious. So, now widely, this is considered outdated. We're gonna write it here. Outdated. This is an outdated system. There are far, far, far rarer stones than these, and they are still considered semi-precious. Geomagivite, that's semi-precious. Tanzanite, semi-precious. Morganite, semi-precious, right? There's even things like fine alexandrite, Pariba tourmalines, that far exceed low-end ruby value that are still considered semi-precious stones. I didn't study for the exam. We're studying right now. You'll get an exam at the end of the month. I actually probably will make an exam at the end of the month. I'm not lying to you guys. I will make an exam. Like, we'll do a proctored, like, I'll be sitting up here. You guys will be in chat doing the test. And whoever gets 100 gets a prize. Maybe I'll send, like, an opal or something. Yeah, like a Google form. I gotta test you guys learning. Okay, so what did we learn here? Precious versus semi-stones are an outdated system that is still used. There are only 4 precious gemstones. We'll write it here. 4. There's 4 precious gemstones. Everything else is semi-precious. This includes high-end opal, high-end tanzanite, things like that. Okay, are you guys ready to move on to the next one, chat? Okay. Awesome, awesome. You guys are doing great, chat. I have a lot more to cover, so we'll be here a while, so hopefully y'all enjoy it. How many precious stones do you believe there are if you were to redraw it to be no longer outdated? There would be no semi-precious gemstones anymore. There would just be precious gemstones. The test is going to have like 15 to 20 open response and 3... No. It'll be a multiple choice quiz. I'm not that evil. And then at the end, it's going to be like, why do you watch Smokey stream? And then it'll be an essay. It'll be a 3,000 word essay. Okay. So now we're going to talk about key properties. Hopefully it's multiple choice. It will be multiple choice. Key properties, chat. So what are we talking about when we talk about the key properties? We're talking about the key properties of gems. All stones are precious in the eyes of Smokey. They really are. You only get one world where you can mine these things. So, you know, unless you magically appear on the moon or Mars. So, okay. Key properties. What do you think the key properties of a gemstone are? Except for emerald. Emeralds can suck my dick. Is opaqueness or translucency also a factor in gems? No. Well, not really. Now, gemstones are most widely considered like things that you facet, but we'll get on to that later. Color and density. Density is, I think, I don't know if I'm gonna give you density. I don't think you'll get density. You're close though. But color is one. Color. Okay? What else, chat? What other things might be key physical properties for gemstones? Location. No, we're looking for our four. I'll give you this. I'll give you guys this. We in the gem world call these the 4 C's. The 4 C's. So what is something that you would consider composition? No. Concentration? No. One of these we can affect ourselves. Okay. Okay, how about this? Chat, do you remember when we were talking about inclusions yesterday? Cost? Sadly, no. But do you remember when we were talking about inclusions? What does that affect in the stone? That affects its clarity. Okay? The other one will be, this is one we can affect ourselves, the cut. And then the last one is carat weight. Okay? So gemstone physical properties are affected by the color, the clarity, the cut, and the carat. Okay? So, for example, we'll use this as an example. If you have a sapphire that is a deep dark blue, but its clarity isn't really good, but it has a good cut on it and good carat weight, it is still an okay stone. Only the best of the best stones will max these out for their color, their clarity, and cut is important. That's who you take it to. That's how it's treated and how you cut it into something worth having as jewelry. Are there specific patterns for the cuts? I'm glad you asked. There are so many different types of cutting when it comes to faceting, and so many different types of cutting when it comes to cabochons. And we'll get on to that once we move on to cut. But first things first, we're going to discuss color. So color is the most immediate, most profound thing. This comes first, right? If you have a sapphire that isn't really blue, but is kind of like a lightish blue, that's bad, depending on where it's from. But we describe it as its hue. We do like our hues. We sometimes call them our tone. This means from, we'll use L to D for light to dark here. We'll also grade this on saturation. Which is its intensity. Okay, so color comes first. We grade it on its hue, its tone, and its saturation. Now, what is the hue? The hue can be in any bit of the color wheel, right? If it's a vibrant hue, that's good. So once we know what hue it is, we move on to its tone. Now, this is how light or dark it is. Darker colors are usually favored better. Lighter colors are usually not favored as much. Then we go to our saturation. How deep and vibrant is it? How intense is the color? Is it something you have to get up close to look at, or is it something that just stands out from the other side of the room? That is why color comes first in gemstone grading. Okay, color can come. We're going to use the sideboard now. I love how vibrant rocks are. That's the best part. So color can come in two types: idiochromatic and this means that it's caused by the mineral's own chemistry. By own chemistry. Like, peridot is always green, right? There is no peridot that isn't green. Okay? And it also comes in what's called allochromatic. Bum, bum, bum. Now this is caused by what? What do you guys... If this one is caused by its own chemistry, chat. If this one is caused by its chemistry, what is this one caused by? This would be things like rubies or sapphires. Okay, so allochromatic is caused by trace impurities. Okay, so for example, idiochromatic peridots are always green. They always have been, always will be. You will never find a peridot that isn't green. But allochromatic is things like, for example, sapphires are the blue color because of iron and titanium. Rubies are red because of chromium. So one is caused by impurity, one is caused by its own chemistry. Okay, now we're going to move on to clarity. So clarity refers to the presence... God, I hope I'm spelling these right and not looking like a dweeb. The presence of inclusions. Boom. You can't ever change the color in it, right? Actually, you can. For example, amethysts are heat-treated yellow to look like ametrine. Well, thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow, buddy. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Hello, hello, hello. Okay? But clarity refers to the presence of inclusions. No inclusions good. Yes inclusions bad. Big inclusions bad. So these can also be like, they refer to them as like blemishes. They call them like silk. Well, thank you for the follow. They call them silk in sapphires. Okay. Twitch user, hello. We're learning about rocks today. Okay. So So to recap, color is judged on its hue, its tone, and its saturation, and this comes first. Then its tone is judged on its presence, its clarity, which is the presence of impurities. Color can come in two forms: idiochromatic, which means that it's its own chemistry, and allochromatic, which means that the color is caused by trace impurities. Okay? Now we're moving to the cut. This is what I specialize in. I'm a professional gemstone cutter and I've been doing it for 10 years. I specialize in what's called cabochons. We're going to use the other side of the board now. Now there's two types of cutting. Well, two main types of cutting. Two main cuts. We have what's called faceting. And we have what's called cabochons. Okay. We have two types of cutting. Faceting, which means, think like a diamond. Think, when you think of like this shape, that is a diamond, right? We call these faceting, where we use the angles of the cut to refract light within the stone. Cabochons, and I lost my chalk again. It's Jover. It's Jover. It's Jover. End of times, chat. Oh, there it is. Cabochons are more like this. They're like a dome, okay? And these are for mostly like non-opaque stones, right? Or non-translucent stones, right? Think like your opals and here. We could do diamonds. Opals. Okay? Good analog. Wowie wow. Wowie wowie wow. Hi, Mug. Hello. Okay. Recap time. For the shiny prismatic iridescent stones. Exactly. Okay. So to recap, our cut is our shape. Now, some gemstone cutters are good at this. Some aren't. The best of the best in the world, they can do it without even looking at things. Gotta go. Bye. Vincent Kitty, hello. But to recap, when we're grading gemstones and we're looking at what makes a gemstone, what are the key properties? It's its color, which is graded on its hue, its tone, its saturation. Its clarity, which is the presence of inclusions. There are two types of color. Idiochromatic, which means that comes from its own chemistry, and allochromatic, which comes from trace impurities. We have two types of cut, which is faceting, which is like diamonds, and cabochons, which are like opals. Everybody with me so far? Which shape is your favorite? I specialize in cabochons. That is my favorite. I'm good at that because I am good at that. That's what I was trained to cut. Is everybody following me? Do we need a recess? Do we need a short recess? We can take a short recess after this. Okay. Now, what is our carat weight, chat? What do you think that is? What is a carat? Hydrate? Don't mind if I do. I would love to drink some more water. Weight? Okay. Post is on the right track. But what unit of weight is it? Okay. So carats are a unit of measurement, specifically in the gemstone community, where 1 carat is equals 0.2 grams. Okay? The amount of imperfection. No. So back in the day, jingle, jangle, jingle, in the back rooms, jingle, jangle, jingle, they designed the carat system because it was getting hard for people to say, like, oh, well, 100 grams of stone. But, carats made it a little easier. So, do you guys want to do some training? I could do some training for you. We could do some training in this field, in carat weights and stuff. By the way, our next thing after this is optical properties. You guys are doing so good, by the way. I'm so impressed. So happy. Good noodle points for a lot of people. Good noodle points. Okay. So, for example, when we talk about carat weight, more carat equal better. Right? The heavier it is, the better it is. I'm trying to listen through a VC talking in the background. Tell them shut up. It's school time. Tell them silence. Tell them silence. It is school time. Okay? So, we're going to recap this whole lesson, and then we can take like a 5-minute break if you guys want. Okay, so in the key properties of gemstones, we have our 4 C's. We have our color, our clarity, our cut, and our carat. First comes color. We judge this on the hue, the tone, and the saturation. There are 2 types of color, idiochromatic and allochromatic. Idiochromatic means that it is caused by its own chemistry. Allochromatic is caused by trace impurities. Okay? Clarity is the presence of inclusions. This can be known as silk in sapphires. Our cut is our shape, which we have 2 main cuts, which is faceting, like diamonds, and cabochons, like opals. Okay? Then we have our carat weight. 1 carat equals 0.2 grams. More carats equals better. Okay? Now here's a good test for you guys. If we have a stone with a lot of inclusions, like a lot of inclusions, but the color, our cut, and our carat is good. For example, we'll say it's a 15 carat stone. Is it a good stone or a bad stone? It is a good stone. Good job. Here's another good example. Let's say that we have a stone that is good on color. We love the color of this stone. The clarity is almost perfect, but it is a very small stone. We'll say it's about 2 carats, and the cut is okay. It's not great. What kind of stone do you guys think that would be? Would that be a good stone or a bad stone? So, in my view, this would kind of be an eh, because it's kind of small, right? Now, when stones get really bad, we'll use, for example, the hue's a little bad, the tone's a little off, the saturation's a little dull, clarity could use some work, cut is bad, and the carat weight is very small because the cut is bad, right? Because not a lot of people remember, these two affect each other. A good gemstone cutter can get up to 96% out of their stones, right? A bad cutter might only get 50%. So say you start with a almost 100 carat stone. Can you see why taking it to somebody who's good matters? A good cutter could get 96 carats of stone. A bad cutter could only get like 50 carats of stone. See? That's why learning this is so important. It helps us as gemstone cutters as well to understand that we need to not make mistakes. Otherwise, stones can come out worth less. Right? So we are directly, like, however much time that you put into your craft directly correlates with how much money you want to make. Right? Wouldn't it chip the stone? I have seen people who are selling chipped stones, and I would never buy from them. That's my personal, but I would never buy from them. Especially if it's brittle. True. And that's another thing. A lot of these gemstones aren't hard like diamonds and sapphires. A lot of these gemstones are 6s or 5s, 4s on the most scale. They require an excellent cutter. Opals require an even more skilled cutter because you have to do things like you have to understand how light refracts and how you can manipulate it through your cut to get the brightest stone. Okay, we're gonna change our here we go. Okay, good. We're changing our song. By the way, so proud of you guys. I love having a chat that actually is paying attention. Bang. You're good, doing a good job. Okay. Write this down. It's going to be on the test at the end of the month. We're gonna test this. We're testing it. Okay. So, now we have our optical qualities. Oh, hooray. Okay. We're going to start talking about optical properties, such as our luster, refraction index, dispersion, pleochroism, fluorescence. We're going to talk about what a cat's eye is, what asterism is, and what adolescence. It's like what a moonstone does. But we're going to learn what these are. Okay? Are there any questions before I move on? You're late? No, you're not. Listen, all these lessons get uploaded on the YouTube as a VOD, so you guys can watch them again. There will be a test. There will be a test at the end of the month. Okay, we're going to go over our first term, which is our luster. Now this is how light reflects Oh, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate you. Off the surface. Okay, so our luster is how light reflects off the surface. Now this can be things like our resonance, or that it looks silky, or that it has adamantine luster, right? These are important. Now, on a lot of stones, you'll actually see them list a luster. Now, this is it is a super complex science to go into, which we will cover on another day. But just know that when some people talk about gemstones, they will talk about its luster. And that just means, in very simple terms, how light reflects off the surface. Okay? Good job, chat. Our next one is we're going to go into our RI, or refractive. Is it refractive? It is refractive. Our refractive index. Okay, what is the refractive index, chat? What do you think that is? What do you guys think the refractive index is? Okay, so refractive index is how light bends. Bends entering the stone. Okay? Now this affects what we call brilliance, right? So, we'll recap our two terms here. Now, a lot of stones will actually have RIs, and it'll be one of those things that comes up in a conversation when you talk about like buying gems. You'll ask, "Oh, what's the RI?" and they'll give you a good number, right? Knowing your RI is kind of important, but it kind of goes on a stone to stone basis. Need to put some drugs in that water. Give me some more energy. Okay, luster is how light reflects off the surface. Our RI is called the refractive index, and it is how light bends when entering the stone. Okay? This affects its brilliance. Good job, chat. Good job, good job. We're going to go to our next term. We're going to cover dispersion. What do you guys think dispersion is? What do you guys think dispersion is? You guys know what dispersion is. It's in all of our science classrooms. Think like when the guy's holding the pyramid of crystal and it refracts light. What do you call that? Okay, so dispersion is the splitting how it spreads. You are so right. It is the splitting of white light into spectral colors. We call this fire. Okay? Now this is something that you see in opals a lot. I can actually might be able to show you it a example? It depends. I can. Huzzah. Okay. So we're actually going to show an example. This is an opal that I cut, and it shows dispersion. Okay? As light enters I'm going to go get my stick. Okay. As light enters the stone, it splits the white light of the surrounding into different colors. Okay? Now blues and greens in opals are more common, right? What's not as common is these yellows and reds, okay? How is that? Did that help with our dispersion? Did that help you guys a little bit? I hope so. I might have another example if you guys want. I do not. Okay. But, so to recover, Jesus. To recover, or you know what I'm talking about. To recap, dispersion is the splitting of white light into spectral colors. We call this our fire. Okay? How are we doing, chat? Are we learning? Yes, please show us all the rocks. Oh, hooray! I'm actually so surprised that you guys all take the time to sit down for my class. I'm gonna be honest, I wanted to stream for a long time, but like I never knew how to. I really wanted to teach rocks, that's what I'm known for, and I didn't really know how to do it, so I started trying to figure it out. And Rice, I don't know if Rice is in here, but Rice was like, you should stream. So I just popped up and I was like, I'm gonna do a class. It's gonna be fun. I thought it was gonna be a one-time thing, but I'm actually having a lot of fun. Okay, next term to cover. Pleocroism. Okay, what is pleocroism, chat? What do we think pleocroism is? Setting up OBS stuff is stressful, if that's what you mean. It wasn't just the setting up, it's the I tend to get like really high energy and then really low energy and then really high energy and then really low energy. So it's hard for me to keep the constant like going. That's why yesterday I just had to end after 2 hours because I was just getting tired. But I can't do it if I don't learn. So, what is pleocroism, chat? Oh, you should change my status. I keep getting requests. Two hours is a good amount of time. It is a lot of amount of time for me. Pleocroism is when you see different, we're going to use diff as an analog for different colors at different, we're going to use diff again as an analog, angles. So this is where, like, for example, vivinite, otherwise known as corpse crystals, have strong pleocroism, where they will show one color at one angle and another color at another angle. Sounds like Chrome almost. Kind of. So this is where, like, you'll get your, like, there's this lady on TikTok who has, like, this cube that shows it where it's like Oh, this is my color making cube. It's really weird. But pleochroism just shows different colors at different angles. Okay? So we're going to recap these two, and then we'll move on to our next word, which is fluorescence. So while I'm recapping, chat, what is fluorescence? To recap, dispersion is splitting of white light into spectral colors. We call this our fire. Then we have what's called pleochroism, which just means it's different colors at different angles. Okay? Vivinite is an example of this. Now, while I'm writing this, I want to see what you guys think. Doesn't this also apply to opal, or is it different? It technically doesn't apply to opal. Opal, all it does is, on a molecular basis, silica molecules will come in we call oblong or perfectly spherical. And what a precious opal is where a opal has perfectly spherical silica molecules. Those silica molecules will refract light with each other and then shine it out, right? That would be what's called dispersion. It would not be pleochroism. How bright the colors are. Fluorescent, isn't that how something can glow? Okay, what does it glow under? What does it glow under, chat? Come on, you guys are smart. I know you guys are. I want to give out a good noodle start today. Come on. Fluor essence. Okay. Neon light. Close. What is a neon light? There we go. Random snowy. UV light. It means it glows in UV. That is the worst U I have ever seen in my life. Blip. UV. Okay. Good job. Good job, Random Snowy. Good job. Okay. To recap, dispersion is splitting of white light into spectral colors. Pleochroism is different colors at different angles. Fluorescence means that it glows in UV. This means things like a Uper light. Does anybody here know what a Uper light is? Has anybody gone to like Lake Superior in Michigan and seen them like going over the beaches with that? They're hunting for something called Uper light. It's actually so nice to be able to walk around in my like little class. Like I feel like so cool. Okay, our next word is called chatoyancy. What do you guys think chatoyancy is? Delicious. What do you guys think chatoyancy is? You're a teacher, you gotta walk around to make sure the students aren't cheating. Exactly. What do you guys think chatoyancy is? I've heard of it before, but I forgot the meaning. Think real hard. We're talking about, okay, most of these words are about how light interacts with a stone, right? And when light interacts with a gemstone, that's the important part, right? What? Etymologically, it'd be a quality. But, okay, what kind of quality would that be, though? But I would not know of what. So, chatoyancy. That was a terrible voice crack. We're going to ignore that. Do not clip that. We call these cat's eyes. from, and these are from parallel, fiber. Parallel fiber inclusions. Okay, I'm going to show you guys what a cat's eye looks like, okay? Like bands of light. Yes, kind of. Okay, so for example, a cat's eye, okay? Cat's eye. It kind of looks like this. When you make a big oval of a stone, it'll either it'll have a line coming down it. Okay? And that line will roll back and forth as you twist the stone. Okay? Yes. We call it chatoyancy, or cat's eyes. I can just hear the chick 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 of the chalkboard. I'm glad. Okay, so chatoyancy is what we call cat's eyes. They look like this. We're going to recap this really quick, and then we're going to go to, or actually, we'll just fucking move on. We'll just move on to asterism. What do you guys think asterism is? What do you guys think asterism is? Now think in the same view of this, chatoyancy. A chatoyancy is a cat's eye. What is asterism? Is it a prefix? Is the prefix similar to asterisk? I believe so. Multiple lines meeting. Good job. Good job, good job. So, we call these stars. Okay? And these are from intersecting needle inclusions. Would you guys like me to draw a diagram for you? I would love to. I'm going to pretend I can read whatever is written on the whiteboard. That's why I keep recovering it. Because I don't want it to look like, oh, look at all of that. Oh my God. Okay? But, okay, asterism is what we call a star. Okay? Now, we call these stars. Actually, I think I'll write the stars over here. Stars. Now, there are two types of stars. Okay? So if you have two round stones, we're gonna pretend these are round, and we're gonna shut up and be quiet about it. So stars come in two types. Okay, there's what we call a 4-star, and a 6-ray. We call these 6-star. So most of these are called rays. We call them rays. For bam, 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 bam. Okay. So, stars. Two types. A 4-star, which has 2 intersecting lines. Where's my pointer? Where's my pointer guy? Stars. They have 4 intersecting lines. Then you have what's called 6-ray stars. which have 3 intersecting lines. Now, these can be confused with cat's eyes, okay? Now, there are such a thing as double cat's eyes, where they will have perpendicular lines with them. Those are not stars. To be a star, they have to intersect, okay? They have to cross, okay? And it cannot be a trick of like how you cut it, because you can do that. It has to be natural. So cat's eyes can have, I have a 3-ray cat's eye in my collection for opals that has 1 on each side of the middle ray. That is not a star. That is a cat's eye. Okay? So, we're going to recover all of this. This is talking about light. So, dispersion is splitting of white light into spectral colors. Pleochroism is different colors at different angles, depending on how you're viewing it. Okay? Write these down. Fluorescence is when a stone glows in UV. Chatoyancy is what we call cat's eyes, which is caused by parallel fiber inclusions. Okay? Cat's eyes look like this. Asterism is what we call stars. These are caused by intersecting needle inclusions. Stars look like this, okay? We have a 4-star, which is 2 intersecting lines, and we have a 6-ray star, which is 3 intersecting lines. Good job, guys. Good job. Proud of you. Okay. Are we comfortable with going on, or do you guys want to ask any questions? Are there any questions for me? We have one more term in the light category in what we call optical properties. So we have one more term. I can even probably, no, I'll write it on a fresh board. Do fiber inclusions mean paint fibers or something else? Fiber inclusions, okay. You want a great example of this? Think of, does everybody here know what tiger's eye looks like? Tiger's eye is made up of giant fiber-like strands, right? Now, these fiber-like strands, think like fiber optics, but in a natural formation of stone. And that is what causes these parallel fiber inclusions, okay? Think like fiberglass. Fiberglass is a great way to think of it. Are there any other questions, chat? Please go over the 4 C's again. Okay. I can go over the 4 C's really quick for you. The 4 C's are our color, which is done by its hue, its hue, its tone, and its saturation. Its clarity, which refers to its inclusions, how clean the stone is. Its cut, which refers to the shape. And its carat, which refers to the unit of measurement for gemstones, which is 1 carat equals 0.2 grams. Boom! Look at that! I'm such a good teacher. Chat, and am I like one of them cool teachers in like the 80s movies where like I get the dysfunctional group to like do what they need to do to succeed? Am I one of those types of teachers? Okay, we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on to a different term. Okay, I'm actually gonna respawn our props again. I do love this stick. What was the third one before carat? It's called the cut, which is the shape. Yes. Okay. Bum 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 bum. Okay. Now, we're going to cover our last optical property, which is called... One second. Let me write it down for you. I believe this is pronounced adolescence. Adolescence? This word. This one. Okay, it just means it has a floating glow. This is seen, underline, moonstone. Okay? So, adolescence. Fuck it, we go with that. Sorry for interrupting. I just want to say I have no memory of following you, but I'm glad I did. I am glad I clicked on that notification to be here. Awesome. Actually, probably don't remember. I used to be a super twink, and I used to only play video games. And now I talk about rocks, because I love rocks, and that's like my thing. Okay, adolescence is a floating glow as seen in moonstone. Okay? How's everybody doing? Now, I put in the next thing as an optional if people weren't here and wanted to learn it. But the next part of the class that I have is what we call the crystal systems. Now, I covered this yesterday, but if you guys want me to cover it again, gladly will. Now, it'll be a lot more simplistic than yesterday. I must unfortunately leave class. Aw, have a great day. Now, okay. The super twink to gemologist pipeline. Exactly, that's what I'm trying to do to you guys. Okay, imagine that one meme where the guy is like, I bless you of your sins, but it's like, I give you rock knowledge. Okay, so we're gonna talk about the crystal system. Okay, now mind you, I have covered this before. It'll be in the first VODs where it's called the Silicate Gemstone class on my YouTube. Go watch that. Okay, I covered the crystal systems in way more depth. We are going to be very simplistic this time because we are just covering the basics. Okay, but we have 7 crystal systems. We have the cubic. We have the tetragonal. We have the hexagonal. We have the trigonal. Trigon. That was a great anime, guys. Then we have the orthorhombic. Then we have the monoclinic. And then we have the last one, which is our triclinic. Okay. Now, for this section of the class, the algorithm keeps sending me your content, so I suppose it's meant to be. It is meant to be. Milo, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Okay. Who Meld with me, chat. Okay. The cubic crystal system. What gemstone do you guys think falls in the cubic crystal system? Diamond? Good job. So our cubic crystal system is things like diamond. Okay. What kind of gemstone do you guys think falls in our tetragonal crystal system? This one will be a lot harder, but it is a blue stone. We call this one zircon. So things like zircon. Okay? What do you guys think falls within the hexagonal crystal system? This is going to be things that I hate. Like emeralds. Okay? What do you guys think falls within our trigonal? Okay? This is going to be something, I'm going to write the chemical name. Quartz? No. Close. We're looking for sapphire. / ruby. Okay? What do you guys think falls in our orthorhombic crystal system? This is going to be things like peridot. By the way, I'm curious, how do you guys pronounce peridot? Is it do you guys say peridot, or am I saying it wrong? I've always been taught to say peridot. Okay? We're going to move on real quick. What do you think falls within our monoclinic crystal system, guys? This is going to be things like kunzite. Okay? Peridot. See, that's how I've always pronounced it, but there are people in my comments who are like, I thought it was peridot. They're like, Steven Universe told me it was peridot. Okay. Triclinic. What do you think falls within our triclinic crystal system? In French, it is peridoti. Is it the same thing I'm thinking of? I think so. No way, peridot. That's literally what people say. Okay. Thank you for the follow, Kit Kat. I appreciate you. Okay. So, our triclinic system is things like turquoise. Thank you for the follow. Alka? Nice. Thank you. Okay. We're going to do this simplified, but please watch the VOD from yesterday. At least the part where we talk about the crystal system. It's on my YouTube. But for our cubic system, we have things like diamond. For our trigonal crystal system, we have things like zircon. Hexagonal, we have things like emerald. Trigonal, we have things like sapphire and ruby. They are the same mineral. In the orthorhombic, we have things like peridot. In the monoclinic, we have things like kunzite. In triclinic, we have things like turquoise. Is everybody following? Okay, we're moving on. Okay, we covered this very lightly yesterday, but we are going to talk about the... Let's see. Okay, we're going to go into some history, chat, because I love y'all. In 1812, there was a man named Frederick, or Friedrich, depends on how you want to pronounce it. I'm going to say Frederick because it's easier for me, personally. Okay, there was a man named Frederick Moe. Okay, and he created a 10-point system. Which is a reference of hardness. We're going to use ref as an analog for reference here. Okay. So in 1812, Frederick Moe creates the Moe scale. Okay. Now, it ranks all gems on a scratchability, like a hardness test. Okay. And what he put everything up against, he put diamonds at a 10, which we will put over here. 10 is diamonds. And what he did was he tested how susceptible to scratches was every other mineral to diamonds. Okay. Now, 9, we're going to go backwards, but most gems will fall on the 5 to 8 scale. Okay. So we don't really have to think about like what our 1s or 2s or 3s or 4s is, but there are some of them. Okay. There are gemstones that are soft. Yes, this is what they test smartphone screens with. Okay. But hardness measures scratch resistance. So we have our 1, we have our 2, we have our 3. You know, it jumps up a little bit. 4, 5, 6, our 7s, 8s, and 9s. Okay? Now, this is not all the numbers. That we get into a science of it's like a 7.5, a 7.75, a 7.74. It's a 5.32. It's a we get pretty in depth with it, but for what we need to know, this is what matters. Okay? Now, a lot of you might ask, why is there so much space here? Why is there so much space between 10 and 9? It's because that is actually how it is. The Moe scale is kind of like this. It shoots up a lot right once you get to the end. Okay? The hardness between diamonds and sapphires is almost exponential. Okay? So, what do you think would fall in our 5 to 6 category? What do you guys think would fall there? There are a lot of gems that fall in there, but one good one is something like opal. Opal is usually a 5 to a 6. Another one is turquoise. Okay. Pearl, I believe that falls a little higher, or a little, yeah, I believe that falls a little higher. Koya, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Okay, so 5 to 6 is opal and turquoise, things like that. Rock, we love rocks. Okay? What do you guys think falls between our 6 and 7? That's for the VOD people. I really hope somebody calls that out in the VOD. What do you think falls between our 6 and 7? This is going to be things like garnet and peridot. Okay? What do you guys think will fall on like 7 to 7.5? Sapphire? No. Sapphires are actually way harder. So what do you guys think falls on our 7 to 7.5? This is going to be things like quartz. Okay? Emeralds? I believe emeralds do fall around here, yes. Okay? What do you guys think is going to fall on 8? What do you guys think is going to fall on 8? Eight is going to be things like spinel and topaz. Okay? What do you guys think falls on the 9? 9's very important. What do you guys think falls on 9? Okay, so 9 is going to be a substance we call corundum. What do you think corundum is, chat? Somebody said it just a second ago. What do you guys think corundum is? Corundum is things like rubies and sapphires. We're going to pretend that says sapphires, okay? So, we're going to recap this really quick. In 1812, a man named Frederick Moe creates the Moe scale, which is a 10-point system referencing hardness and scratch resistance. Okay? Now, there are gemstones that fall on the 1, 2, 3, and 4 scale, but we're going to focus on the median, which is a 5 to 8, which most gemstones fall on. Okay? Around 5 to 6, we have things like opal and turquoise. 6 to 7, we have things like garnet and peridot. At 7 to 7.5, we have quartz. At 8, we have spinel. At 9, we have corundum, which corundum is sapphires and rubies. They are the same. Hi, Blah. Hello. You're not late. And at 10, we have diamonds. Ooh, big leg spike. At 10, we have diamonds. Okay? Is everybody good with this so far? Does everybody have this kind of like we know what the Moe scale is? Okay? Okay. Are you guys excited? We're gonna do another one that will be quite a lot more simple. Also, everybody wave hi to the VOD people. We love our VOD people. Okay? Okay. What does this mean when we refer to gemstones, chat? What does the word natural mean when we refer to gems? Okay? What does this refer to? What does the term natural refer to in gemstones? I've returned. My photo shoot went really well. Good. This is good news. Congratulations. Okay. What does the word natural mean, chat? Organic. No, those are two separate things. What does the word natural mean when we're referring to gemstones? It means it was formed entirely by the geological process. Or we'll just say geological process. What does that sound? Oh my god. Oh! Alka, thank you for the gift subs. I genuinely appreciate that. Oh my gosh, thank you. Thank you for the 5 gift subs to Ma, Bobs, Romaraisu, Random Snowy, and Josh. Okay, that it isn't lab created. Good job. Good job, Twitch user. Okay. Natural means that it was formed entirely by the geological process, which means that it is unaltered. Okay, this is important. If I come up to you and I say, I have a natural gemstone for you to buy, do you want me to say that it is an unaltered natural gemstone, or do you want me to say that it is altered? Okay. Now we're gonna move on. Wait. We're gonna use some colors here. Synthetic. What do you think the word synthetic means in the gemstone world, chat? Okay. So synthetic. Well, I lost the chalk. It's over. It's over, guys. It's over. Okay, I fix. Okay. Synthetic means that it is the same as natural, but it is lab made. Okay. We're going to recap these. Okay. Thank you guys for thanking Alka. They deserve it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Natural means that it was formed entirely by the geological process, which means it is unaltered. Synthetic means that it is the same as natural, but lab-made. Okay? Which one is worth more money, chat? While I'm writing the next one, which one is worth more money, natural or synthetic? Natural? Okay, why is natural worth more money? Why do you guys think natural is worth more money? Okay. Limited resource, scarcity. Probably more unique. Okay, this is good, chat. This is good. Proud of you. Okay. Natural is worth more money because of its rarity. Okay. Now, one thing that is very common, for example, is sapphires. Sapphires come in natural and synthetic. What do you guys think we use synthetic sapphires for? They're used in watches, actually, for bearings, for their gears. But a synthetic sapphire is worth way, 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 way less than natural. Okay? This is the same thing when it comes to diamonds. Natural diamonds, I hate diamonds, are worth less or worth more than synthetic diamonds. Okay? Synthetic diamonds are mostly used for industrial. Now we have this new term to learn called simulant. Okay? A simulant stone is a similar to natural stone, but has a different but differs chemically. Okay? So this is things like, for example, what is a stone that is similar to diamond but is different chemically? Well, that is our cubic zirconium. It is similar, but it is different. Okay? This would also be like moissanite. You know, they are stones that are similar to the natural look or the natural stones, but differ in a chemical sense. Okay? We have one more term to learn here, and that is treated. Okay? What do you guys think a treated gemstone is? Okay. Tanzanite is heat treated sometimes. So if tanzanite is heat treated, where does it fall? Yes, a gemstone can change color by being treated. So, okay, dyed or made stronger like jade. Okay, good job, chat. Love those answers. You guys are doing great. Okay, treated means that it is a natural gemstone, but it has been altered. Okay, it is altered in some way. Okay, so right now, when we look at this list, we're looking at the 4 types of gemstones you can buy, right? We're looking at natural, which means, ooh, big lag spike. We're looking at natural, which means it was formed entirely by the geological process. Then we have synthetic, which means that it is the same as natural, but made in a lab. Then we have simulant, which means that it's similar to a natural stone, but differs chemically. Then we have treated, which means that it is a natural stone, but it has been altered. Okay? Okay. We actually only have one part left in our class, and we're almost at the 2-hour mark. So you guys, I would like to give you guys a big round of applause. You guys did a great job learning today. I would like to know in the chat, if people who are in the chat, what was your favorite thing that you learned today? And then we're going to cover our next topic. Bum 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 bum. Bum bum bum. Bum bum bum. While I'm writing this down, you guys can tell me what you liked. Okay. Our last thing we're going to cover is organic gemstones. I have 2 pages of notes. I am committed. Hooray! So what was your guys' favorite things you learned today? I like the stars and cat's eye portion. Is it almost over? Well, we might go into overtime depending on if you guys are good or not. And depending on if you guys want more class. It depends. I feel okay. So I would be willing to stream longer. Awesome. Okay. So, we covered this a little bit. What are some organic gemstones? The crystal systems, I want to learn more about those for sure. We're going to do an entire class on crystal systems, so don't you worry. 3 pages, front to back of notes and counting. See, have any of your guys' chats made you take notes? No, but you guys are learning. I love listening about rocks while mining rocks. That is one of my favorite things. Okay, so organic gemstones, guys. What are some organic gemstones that I can add to this list? Bum, bum, bum. Oop. I got some orange on there. Amber. Amber is a organic gemstone. Now, what is amber made of, guys? Quartz? Quartz is not organic. Think of things that might turn into gemstones. Okay, bye, Anna. Ammonite? Technically, that's a fossil. God, we've been listening to an hour of grass walk. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, I'm going to switch to the song really quick. Okay. Diamonds or cause coal? No. Diamonds are made of carbon. Amber is made of tree sap. Yes. We'll use sap because it's easier to understand. Tree sap. Okay. There's an older version of this, or a younger version of amber. What is it called? It's called copal. Which is younger than amber. Okay, so for sadly emerald. Okay, so for organic gemstones, we have things like amber, which is made of tree sap. Okay, it has a younger version called copal, and that's just a younger than amber version of amber. Okay, good job, chat. What is another organic gemstone? Okay, I'll give you guys one, and then you guys have to find one on your own. Okay, one of them is called pearls. Okay. Which is what's called nacre, which is secreted by mollusks. How do you spell mollusks again? Okay. Pearl, Alka got one. Okay. What is another organic gemstone, guys? So another one that we have, now this is used in a lot of Native American style jewelry, which is one of my favorites, is called coral. Okay? And coral is the skeletal remains of coral. The skeletal remains. Okay? Coral is considered a gemstone. It is. Kidney stones are not gemstones. Okay, jeez. Cool. What category does obsidian belong into? Obsidian is kind of like, it is just a regular gemstone, but it is a volcanic glass. Okay? It's what happens when you superheat a lot of rock. Okay? So, recap. For our organic gemstones, we have things like amber. We have a younger version of amber called copal. And these two are made of tree sap. Copal is younger than amber. Okay? Our next organic gemstone is called pearls, which is made of the nacre, N-A-C-R-E, secreted by mollusks. Okay? Then we have coral, which is the skeletal remains of marine organisms. Okay. What do you guys think also falls on the list? There's a couple more. And then we're going to go over one that you should not buy. Okay, I'm looking at you guys. You should not buy one of these. Jet is on this list. Okay, what is jet? What do you guys think jet is? Well, jet is compacted fossilized wood. Good job. Okay. What is the last one on this list? We're looking for one more. And this is the one that you should not buy. Petrified wood is technically a fossil. And fossils are more of like a mineral replacement. So technically, these are made of organic material. Okay? Okay, this is the last one, and I will advocate for this very strongly. And if you guys have questions, feel free to ask for sure. But our last one is ivory. Now, what do you guys think ivory is made of? Okay, what do you guys... Ooh, big lag of spike. What do you guys think ivory is made of? Elephant tusk? That's one of them. What can... Ivory can come from a lot of places. One of them is rhino tusks, narwhals. It can even come from old mammoth. Now, here's what I will advocate for. Okay? And we'll write our definition down. But ivory is the dentine, D-E-N-T-I-N, dentine from animals. Now, why do you think you shouldn't buy this, chat? Okay? So, ivory is dentine, or which can be a lot of things, tusks, teeth, things like that. Poachers, good. Okay? Now, there is one type of ivory I think you guys should be able to buy, and that is mammoth ivory. Mammoths are all dead, so if you find a mammoth and make its tuss into things, that's fine, okay? But any other ivory, if you guys ever go to a gem show and they say they have ivory and they do not tell you that it is from a mammoth, report them, okay? Ivory is heavily regulated. It is heavily regulated because it is so inhumane, because poachers will grab rhinos and elephants and narwhals and a bunch of other different creatures and just cut their tusks or their teeth or whatever just to get their ivory. This is bad, okay? The only one you should buy is mammoth ivory, okay? Good job, chat. We have reached the end. We've reached the end of the Gemstone Basics class. What do you guys think? How'd I do? Let's find a slower song. Okay. I thought it was good. Okay. What could I have used to work? What could I work on? Is there anything that your lovely teacher could work on? Ooh. You did amazing, honestly. Aw, thank you. Okay. Now, we can take a small break and maybe do another one. I might have another, like, thing that we could look at. More pictures and diagrams. That's what I want to work on. The big thing is finding all the references and then uploading them as prints. That would be a big thing. I think you could go just a little slower for some of the students to take more notes. See, the thing is, Rice, think about it this way, though. If I go super fast, they have to watch the VOD. Genius plan. Genius plan. I'm joking. I will add more diagrams and stuff as we go on. I was listening to your stream while driving home from work, and I enjoyed it. I agree with the diagrams and pictures. Yeah, that's the big thing. That's what I wanted to do for this one, but it's just hard to do, I planned this all in one night, and what I was more focused on was I fact-checked all my information with, like, .org.ed, education stuff, because I wanted to make sure I was doing the best, you know. For the ones taking notes in the back, slightly slower. I could work on the slightly slower thing. It'd be nice late. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. Is that San? I appreciate you. It'd be nice later on to have a few days dedicated to teaching and others to goof around. Well, Smokey, you deserve head pats. Aw, thank you. Aw, you guys are so nice to me. Big thing that I want to do is, I mean, realistically, the writing, the education stuff isn't the hard part for me. It's the, like, I don't know. I feel like people would get bored if I played games. More organized lesson plan, like segments dedicated to definitions. That would be nice. That would be nice. I can work on creating, I know we had a couple planned, actually, I can actually make a print of, because I took pictures of our lesson plan. That's not it. Dum bum 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 bum. Okay, here's actually, yeah, for sure. I actually have a lesson plan kind of pulled up a little bit. Also, more dinky ass music. I love this. I like this music. This music makes me happy. Plus, I know it's a copyright free. Because I really don't want them to take down the VODs. Because I really want... The goal is... Okay, this is the dream, and you guys can tell me if I'm crazy or not. I want to make a archive of all the VODs so that we can teach people... if people have missed a lesson or things like that, we can say... kind of like a textbook. Like, at the very beginning of the class, I'll say, refer to VOD this for this particular lesson, right? I think that'll be super cool and super helpful to organize it like a textbook. I do have my print here for my lesson plan. The textbook of rocks. That's what I want. Okay, so here was... I'm going to grab my lesson stick. It's going to be blurry until I look at it, so give me one sec. Okay, so we just did our Gemstone Basics class. I figured we'd get that first. We wanted to do one more based on... We were calling it why red, which meant why other colors. But we were going to do a class on different colors. We wanted to do a class on radioactive gems, fossil prep. We wanted to do opalized fossils, like how does opal form? Old gems and old gem formation. What the fuck is that? And then oxides. We wanted to do oxides for our different groups. I had one planned for like the Garnet supergroup as well. Smokey, how can we more reliably keep up with any content you publish on various sites? Maybe a notification feed from somewhere? I would say I post everything on YouTube, but I can also start using Twitter more to kind of update you guys on what I'm doing. Mostly I need to create a schedule. Right now, I'm just kind of streaming whenever. The fact that I can just do a random stream and 20 of you guys show up and listen to me yap about rocks. But the dream goal is to kind of set this up like a class. I think I have a dream where I say, okay, we're going to go to recess. Then I just play a game for like an hour. And then we jump back into a class. I think that would be fun. The other goal is to edit all the long form stuff into bite-sized classes where it's easier to kind of watch. But I'm really big on the education part. That's what I'm big on. Is I want you guys to learn things. Rice is my title the same, by the way? Did I not change the title like a dummy? Maybe you could publish the archive on your rock website? You mean like make a section on my website where I upgrade where I kind of upload my VODs? I could do that. I could put a lesson plan on the website. So the goal is for streams though, I want to get them to about 4 hours. At the 2-hour mark, I really kind of hit my my wall. I feel really good today, which is different. Did you plan horror games? Maybe. It was a maybe that I planned horror games. It was a maybe. Okay. But not very good at this. I'm not gonna lie, I'm very awkward. I think it's the same as yesterday. Okay, well then that's fine. That's whatever. I'm still learning streaming, still kind of getting used to it. The fact that, like I said, 20 people are here, that means a lot. Anyways, we could play a horror game if you guys want. Take a recess, and then we could talk about, like some specific gemstones if you want. Take a brain break. I hate you, Rice. I hate you so fucking much. Critically acclaimed game, Final Fantasy 14. Love you too. Okay. Okay. Let me see if I can get this to work. If I can get this to work, we'll play a horror game. Is that something everybody would enjoy, though? Is everybody okay with this? Bum, 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 bum. Horror game, yes. Oh my god, I hate all of you. That would be fun. Okay, we're going to recess. We're going to recess, chat. We're going to recess. I wonder if I could, like... Where's my camera? Oh, that's kind of funny. I kind of like this. Actually, I kind of fuck with this. This is kind of funny. Okay. Okay. Ooh. I'm a gamer, chat. I'm a gamer. Okay. We're gonna write on this board. Horror time. Horror time. Horror time. Recess. What was that? Price is gay. Okay. Boom. Huzzah. Oh, thank you for the follow, Artemis. I really appreciate you. Okay. If I can make this work. Actually have my keyboard and mouse right here, actually. Oh my god, I'm so nervous. I hate horror games. Do you guys see the board? Can you guys see the horror game, horror time? It's the Rock Dog. That's me. I'm the Rock Dog. We're going to play some horror games now. I'm going to disappear. Go clear some Ready or Not levels with the boys. Okay, have fun. Right now, I am... Where is it? Which one? I think it's this one. I do definitely need to get that up here. You guys need to go down a level. That's not it. Yeah, look at me. I'm beautiful. Horror games increase chance of werewolf boyfriend. You know what? You're absolutely fucking right. You're absolutely right. I don't know why I would have doubted you, chat. Okay. We're gonna close this really quick. Blip, bing, bam. Oh, I don't like this already. Well, that's not what I wanted. Oh, God. I think it works. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, chat. Can you guys hear me? I heard this is where the gay rock class is. Oh, hi! Thank you for the follow, Drago. It's recess time. It's recess time. We're playing game. Take care of your dog. Look at him, he's beautiful. Night. Let me in. Let me in. Oh. Is that a fucking brick? What do I do? Is the game too quiet or too loud? I can't really look up and down either. I'm trying to get to you, buddy. Are we searching for sapphires? Well, we're searching for a way to break into this house. Oh, hello. Oh my god, look at you! Follow the dog. Okay. Damn, he's running. This is supposed to be a horror game. Get the food in the basement. Oh. Why in the basement? I can't look down. I can't look down, guys. Why is there a crack to hell? This is terrifying. Why is there a stop sign? There it is. What's down this way? A dead end? Maybe? I see. Spiderweb. This is quite fun. I enjoy this. Thank you for playing games with me, chat. I appreciate you. Boxes? I don't remember how to get out of this chat. Oh. By the way, everybody say hi to YouTube. I'll probably post this on YouTube. I'll probably make like a little gaming video that we can post on YouTube. I think the stairs were this way. Where were the stairs? Where? Oh, there they are. Ha ha! We did it. Oh no, oh no. Why is it red? Hello. Play fetch with the dog. Great, great job. Oh. Oh, nice. Boom! Have fun. Damn, you're... Boom! Guys, we're doing it! We're doing the thing! When do you turn into a demon? That's what I don't want to know. I'm scared he's gonna, like, eat me. Get the water in the basement. Why do I need to... Why is it in the basement, bro? What? What? The fuck is happening? Where's the water at? I don't know where the water's at. Water's in the basement, so it's cold and refreshing. Sure. Is the water in here? No. I can't run, by the way. So, we're... Where? Water where? Water... Explain. Explain! Oh, I don't like this. Oh, I don't like that. Oh, yay. What the fuck? What the fuck? All I did is make a sandwich, and now Smokey is in a key? Hurrah. Well, I don't know if I was supposed to get that yet, but I got the key. Well, right now we're getting water for our dog. Our beautiful pupper. Our beautiful pupper. He's beautiful. Actually, quite beautiful. Until he tries to eat me, and then I'm gonna say, die, pupper. Don't. I don't like the ticking. Stop! Guys, we're gonna be huge. We're gonna be a furry markiplier. The furry gem markiplier. Doggy. Doggy, I brought you water. I brought you water. What the fuck is that?
Maybe it is time to go to sleep. He is not hungry anymore. He is not hungry anymore.
What?
Not hungry anymore.
Okay. Okay. What the fuck is that?
Maybe
What the
it is time to go to sleep.
What? What?
Maybe it is.
Okay. Okay, I'm going. I'm going! What the fuck was that? Hell no. Hell no. Oh no, the door's back this way. Oh no, the door's back this way. Fuck this. A hotbed. Oh god, that was fucking. What the fuck was that? Take care of the dog. The end. You forgot to close the doors? What? 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 I forgot to close the doors? No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Are there different endings? You guys want to see if we... Oh, fuck. Take care of the dog. The key. It was the key. That was what the key was for. Okay, we're gonna go through again. Follow the dog. You want food. I go get the food. Get the food in the basement. We got this, chat. We got this. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. I think the food was over here. If I remember correctly. It is not. The music is creepy. Dog food. Okay, wait. I lost track of where I'm at. Okay, there we go. Stop sign. Woof, woof. Bark, bark. That's a huge cellar. Okay, follow the dog. Okay, have fun. Okay, choose chat. Either I die to this thing, or we try and lock the doors. We got a dog finding food to find another dog. No! Okay, get the water in the basement. Okay, listen, listen. I'm a cute dog, though. I'm like a cute dog. Do, 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 do. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, so we both we know the water is here. You know, knowing Rice, the reason why he is not in chat is because he's playing Final Fantasy. I'm willing to put it on all on that chat. Rice is playing Final Fantasy for $30. I should die. I should die. Oh no. I don't want to die. Okay, let's try and lock the doors. Let's try and lock the doors, see if it goes. Well, maybe. Okay.
Maybe it is time to go to sleep.
Yep. Oh my god. It does work. It does work. The keys work. Hooray. Hooray, hooray. Okay. The keys are locked. The keys are locked. What? Okay, fuck this. Fuck this! What is this? The knife downstairs may work. Oh no, he means the basement. Oh no! Okay, never mind. I changed my mind. I just want to die. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Hi. Oh, we're fucked. We're so fucked. Guys, we're so fucked. It's Jover. Guys, we're so fucked. We're so fucked. Where's this knife? It is not back there. It's got to be this way. I got it. I got it. Where are you, bitch? Where are you, bitch?
How are you?
Upstairs.
I'm coming for you. It's the end for you. I think that's the guy. I think it's Jover. Don't kill the dog. It was a man in a dog costume. That deserves death. Actually, you know what? We do that all the time. Oh my god, that's not the real dog. Oh my god, that's not the real dog. Imposter. Come out, imposter. Where are you, bitch? Where are you, bitch? Yeah! What the fuck? What? Huh? What? 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 Oh. What? What the fuck is this? Okay, bye. I did it, chat. I beat him. Hooray! Take care of the dog. The end. Hooray, we did it. We did it. Da da da. We did it. Hooray. Okay. Up to you guys, chat. Hello? Okay, up to you guys, chat. Do you guys want to do... I don't know. I'm kind of pooped now. Oh, what should we do now? Should we play games? Should we not play games? What should we do, chat? Should we do more class? We could do more class. We could do more class. Maybe 30 more minutes of class. We could do 30 minutes of class, I think. What do you guys think of class? We could do class. I don't mind either. I do like the classroom. We're gonna have to see if we can find a world creator to make us a classroom for sure. Okay. Class time. Okay, pop quiz time. Class time. Class time. Okay, class. Let's talk about what we learned today. What did we learn about Gemstone Basics. What's hitting us right now? Okay. What did we learn today? We'll restart our. What did we learn today? Okay, you guys go up there. Okay. I was absent at the class. Sorry, teach. Okay. So what we learned today was mostly our gemstone basics. So we're going to cover a little bit of what we would have learned. And we're going to be asking chat. So this is a big interactive thing. If you guys don't know the answer, still say what you think, because we're in the aspect of learning. Okay, what are our 4 C's of gemstones, chat? What are our 4 C's of gemstones? Okay. We're writing pop quiz. Pop quiz. This needs to come over more closer to me. Okay. Okay, Eternal got it right. Post got it right. Our 4 C's. We're going to write our question first. What are the 4 C's? That's our color, our clarity, our cut, and our carat. We're going to go one by one, and you guys can fill in the blanks. Okay? So what are the 4 C's? We know that there are color, our clarity, our cut, and our carat. Okay? We're going to go one by one. You guys are going to fill in the answers. I'm not going to give them to you. I'm going to at least try not to give them to you. What does the color mean? What are we judging when we're talking about the color of a gemstone? Hue, tone, and saturation. Good job. Good job. We are looking at our hue, our tone, and our saturation. We're going to use sat for our saturation here. That way we can save some time. Okay. What does our clarity mean? What does this mean, guys? What does the clarity mean? Inclusions. Good job. Presence of inclusions. Good job, chat. What does cut mean? What do we mean when we say the cut of a gemstone? What is an inclusion? Okay. Well, while we got some people, did the doctor take part of it when it... No. Okay. So an inclusion is anything foreign in the gem. So that can be things like other minerals, it can be bubbles, it can be fluids, it can be a lot of things. But it's something that obstructs the gemstone. Now, chat, what is our cut mean? What does the cut of a gemstone mean? The shape. Good job. The shape. For bonus points, what 2 shapes are there? What are our two shapes? Do you think there will be a way to remove inclusions in the future? No. They already tried to remove inclusions in emeralds by filling them with oil, and it still doesn't work. Okay. For bonus points, what are the two shapes? That is right. We have our faceted, and our cabochon. Okay. What do these ones look like? If we're talking about stones, these ones look like diamonds. These ones look like opals. Good job. Pop quiz going quite well, actually. Quite impressed. I'm failing this test. No, you're not. You're doing fine. You showed up late, so you're learning. This is a good chance to catch up. Okay? Now, what does the carat weight mean? What is a carat? It's orange. You're so smart. You're so smart. The carat is 0.2 grams. Good job, chat. I will say, I think I have one of the smartest chats. My chat takes notes. 1 carat equals 0.2 grams. Cool. These are our 4 C's, chat. Good job. Good job. Good job. Everybody actually really participated in this. Okay, we're going to go on to our next question. Our next question. Cross, thank you for the raid. Oh my god. Hi, I'm Smokey. I'm a professional gemstone cutter. We are doing our gemstone class today. We are doing our pop quiz. If you guys don't know, please say the answers that you think, and we can, this is all about learning. Thank you for the follow, Joe. Appreciate you. Hi. Hello, everybody. Okay. Our next question is, what is chatoyancy? Thank you for your follow, Kuro. Thank you. What is chatoyancy? Chatoyancy. It is a single fiber. Okay. But what do we call it? What do we call it in the gem world? Parallel fibers. It is. We call that a cat's eye. Good job. They are made of parallel fibers that make a cat's-like light refraction. Okay? What is asterism, chat? What is asterism? Well, I need to turn the music up a little bit, I think. What is asterism, chat? Stars. Perfect. Good job. So asterism is what we call stars. For bonus points, aster does mean star. Okay, for bonus points, what 2 types of stars do we have in jewelry? What 2 types of stars do we have in jewelry? 4-ray and 6-ray. Good job. 4-ray and 6-ray. Now, which one is the rarest? Which one of these is our rarest gem or our rarest star? I think we're going to go to watery graves for a sec. 6-ray. Good job, chat. Okay, we're going to move on to our next question. So far, pop quiz wise, we're doing really good. Okay. I had a pet rock when I was 8. That's about all I know. Well, welcome. I'm glad that you're here. It's nice to actually talk to people about rocks. These are the little classes that I do to get people more familiar. The class we are doing today is Gemstone Basics. Right now we're doing our quiz. Okay, we're doing our Gemstone Basics class, and then we're going from there, okay? So, our next question is, what is fluorescence? What is fluorescence? It glows under UV light. Good job. It glows in UV. Good job. Okay. So fluorescence means that it glows in UV. Okay? What is pleochroism? Chat. What is pleochroism? Thank you for the follow, Escape. Different angle, different color. Good job. Diff angle. We're going to use diff as an alternate for different, just so everybody knows. Different angle, different color. Great job. So far, we're almost 100 for 100 on our quiz. Okay? So, recapping these questions. Fluorescence. Fluorescence means it glows in UV. Pleochroism means different angle, different color. Okay? Good job, chat. Good job. We're going to move on to our next questions. Okay. Now, one at a time, chat. Let us name our organic gemstones. What are our organic gemstones? Organic gems. One at a time. Amber is one. Good job. What is the younger form of amber, guys? Amber is older than copal. Good job. Good job. And they are made of tree sap. Good job. Pearls. Good job. What are pearls made of? Pearls are made of nacre. And nacre is secreted by mollusks. Okay? Okay. What's our next one, chat? What's our next one? Coral. And what is coral? What is coral? The skeletal remains of marine organisms. Good job. Skeletal remains. Okay. What is the one we don't buy, chat? What is the one we don't buy? Ivory. Good job. Why don't we buy ivory? Illegal? Yes. What is an ivory that we are allowed to buy? It'll incentivize poachers. Good job. Comes from poaching. Mammoth. You guys can buy mammoth. Why? Because mammoths are dead. But ivory is the dentine of animals. Good job, chat. Good job. Good job. We're actually learning so much right now. I'm so impressed. Okay. We're missing one. We're missing one organic gemstone. What are we missing? Jet. And what is jet? Compacted fossilized wood. That is correct. Compacted fossilized wood. Good job. Okay, chat. These are our organic gemstones. Does anybody need any recap? Or are we good to move on to the next question? Ooh. I'm actually so impressed. This is actually going so well. Okay. We're going to go on to our next question. How long have we been live? It kind of feels like it's been like 3 hours, but I don't think it's been 3 hours. I think it's more like 2:40. I don't know. I feel really good. Kind of want to go more. Okay, I actually like the pop quiz format. 2:54. Ooh, we're doing good. We're doing great. Ooh, awesome. Okay. What is when I refer to an RI? What is an RI? Okay. What is RI? What is our RI when we refer to gemstones? Refractive index. Good job. Okay. And what does this test? What does this test, guys? This test, what does this test, guys? How light, okay. How light enters a stone is close, but it's the specific property of how light enters a stone. It tests what? What does it test? How light bends. Good job. How light bends in a stone. Good job, chat. Okay. What is... We're gonna switch topics now. We're gonna go... I'm gonna actually write the question. When was the Mo scale made? When was the Mo scale made, chat? (1812). Good job. Who made the Mo scale, chat? Who made the Mo scale? Frederick Mo did. Good job. Now, it could be Friedrich. I don't know. We're going to just call him Frederick and say that that's good. Okay. Why did he make the Mo scale? What is it to test? What is it test of the stone? Hardness. Hardness is good. We'll take hardness. Now, what did he put at 10, chat? What is number 10 on the Mo? What's number 10? Diamond. Diamond is number 10. What's number 9, chat? Now, I'm looking for the chemical name. I don't want them separate. I want the chemical name. What's number 9, chat? Corundum. What is in this family? What is in the corundum family? Ruby and sapphire. What is 6 on the Mo? What's number 6? What do we have between 6 and 7? Quartz, garnet, and peridot. Awesome. You guys are doing great. Let's see. You know what? We got the post actually got that correct, but we're going to give one to Random Snowy because technically they are also correct. So it's garnet and peridot. Peridot. Okay. How's everybody doing, though, so far? Are we doing good? Do we feel like we know these answers? Are we feeling good about this? I'm watching a talking dog in a jockstrap. We leave that alone. Don't objectify the teacher. Leave me alone. Fantastic. I say that's pretty good. Okay. We're going to do 2 more questions, and then we'll go from there, okay? Well, actually, we're going to do 2 more. you know what I mean. We're going to do 2 blocks of questions, okay? Do we like the pop quiz at the end of the stream though? Is this something that I should do for the other Gemstone streams? Yes? Okay. 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 So when I say a stone is natural, what does that mean? What is a natural stone? Occurs in nature. We're looking for a word here, though. We're looking for a word here. Unaltered. There we go. Occurs in nature. And is unaltered. Okay. When I say a stone is treated, what does that mean? It is natural but altered. Good job. We're doing actually super good. Natural but altered. But altered. When I say, see, I'm switching up the order to make you guys think more. When I say a stone is a simulant, what is that? What is a simulant? That is correct, Twitch user. When I say a stone is a simulant, what does that mean? Lab creation or of natural stone. Close. A simulant. Oh, Post got it right. It is similar to a natural stone, but is chemically different. We're going to use diff as an analog for different here so we can save time. Different chemically. Okay. What does it mean when I say that this stone is synthetic? What does that mean? What does it mean when I say a stone is synthetic? What does that mean? Artificially made? Yes. We're looking for an L word. The same as natural. Okay, same as natural, but lab. Okay. Are there any questions about this? Created anthropogenically. Yes. Okay. You guys are doing actually so good. No questions. We're going to move on. Oof. Oh, Jesus. I've been standing here for so long. So long. Okay. Okay. I felt my back pop with that one. Okay. You guys ready? Drink water and sit if needed. No problem. I will. I just want to make sure we get through our pop quiz. Okay. We're going to go. Okay. I'm really testing you now. What are the 4 precious stones? We're going to do one at a time. One at a time. Diamond is 1. Okay. What's our second precious stone? Of the 4, what is our second one? Emerald ruby. Both of those are correct. What is our last precious stone? Sapphire. Good job. Here comes a good question. Are there any other precious stones? Now we're talking about like by the book. If we're talking by the book, are these the only precious stones? No, there are not. This system is outdated, but it is good to learn. This system is outdated. Okay? What's an example of a semi-precious stone? What is an example of a semi-precious stone? Opals. That's a good one. What's another semi-precious stone? Agate would be another one. What's another one? Garnets. That is another semi-precious stone. I'm a bounce, but I'll drop by next lesson. Have a great night. Have a great night. Hopefully I see you at Virality 2. What's another example of a semi-precious stone? I want to get at least 5 up here. I'm actually going to get a monster. It's time that I get a monster because I'm so cool. Ammolite. Ammolite would be considered a semi-precious stone. Okay. Ammolite. Give me one more, chat. You know what? That is true. Pearls are a semi-precious stone. Any more? Quartz is a semi-precious stone. Okay. Other than the 4 precious stones, every other gemstone falls within the semi-precious list. Okay? This includes opals. This includes tanzanite. Or this includes big lag spike. This includes tanzanite. This includes jeramagivite. This includes painite. Even painite, which is considered the rarest gemstone, commercially available gemstone on Earth, is a semi-precious stone. Why? Old people back in the day. Don't we love them? Okay? Okay, and then I think after this, we have one more question, and then the pop quiz is over. And then you guys did it. Now again, the precious versus semi-precious gemstone system is archaic and shouldn't exist. But it is still taught today, so you still learn it today. Okay? What are the 3 requirements to be a gemstone? What are the 3 requirements? What are the 3 requirements to be a gemstone? I'm just imagining people like scrolling through their notes. What are our 3 requirements? We'll do these one at a time. Bum, bum, bum. 1 is rarity. You are right. Good job, Twitch user. What is another requirement to be a gemstone? Value? No. That is covered in our rarity. That's covered here. What are some other requirements? You guys got this. I know you guys got this. That it has to be a rock. Naturally occurring? No. I can give you guys one if you want. But you guys are getting 90% on this quiz. 90%. Hardness? Okay. When we talk about hardness, what are we talking about? It starts with a D. What are we talking about? It's the Can I suck the rock? No. I'm joking. I don't know. Durability. There we go. Good job, chat. There's one more. There's one more requirement to be a gemstone. What is it, chat? What is another requirement? Color? No, think more broad. Think more broad. Transparency is not one. It is. Do you guys want me to give it to you? It is. Here, I'll kind of try and lead you in the right direction. When you say something is pretty, but you say it with a B, what is it? It's beauty. There we go. Beauty. These are the 3 requirements to be a gem. It's its rarity, which means how common is it to find. Its durability, how tough is it? And its beauty. Beauty does apply to things like its color, its brilliance, optical phenomenons. Beauty seems like an imprecise measurement because the problem is if we're talking about gems as a whole, right? Thank you for the follow, baby. So Ma, when you're talking about gems, right? we're not just talking about crystals, because otherwise we could just talk about its color, its hue, you know, things like that, right? But what about like things like jaspers and things like that? We're looking for an overall beauty, right? An overall. Thank you for the follow, Brax. Thank you for the follow, Veraco. Thank you. So it seems imprecise, and it really is. It really is imprecise. But when you get into the gemstone specifics, like when we're talking about faceting and we're talking about cabochons, then we can get more specific. But when we're talking about what it should be to be a gemstone, this is the metric. We did it. We did it. We made it through the pop quiz, and you guys actually got a really good score. Especially for some of you guys not being here, that was really good. Here, we're gonna give you guys a 100%. You guys did a good job. Okay, this is the part of the stream where I ask if I gave you guys a good stream. This is where you guys can tell me if I did anything wrong that I should change differently. I would love to hear it. Critique your teacher. Critique him. This is how we make the streams better. Aw. I genuinely did learn things, so it's a success. Hooray! I like the strap. Where did you get it? I bought it. I bought it. I get a 100. Hooray! I'm taking notes next time. There were a couple people in here taking notes. Who has the most pages of notes? I'm curious. I think map feels a tiny bit dark. That's true. We can work on that. What's it called? Don't know. Don't remember. We could do this next time. I wonder if my light system will work in here. Does that look better? Does that look better? Maybe like that. I will say the VOD for this class will be on YouTube. Post got 3 one-side 1.5 sheets of paper. Oh, that's fun. That's fun. Can't wait to rate my professor. As a visual learner, I love the times you actually draw out the stars and illustrate what you're talking about. I can work on that some more. I want to get some more visual representation. It's just hard when you're preparing, like, big leg spike, when you're preparing right in the moment. But I can work on that. I can work on some visual aids. Better for sure, light wise. Okay, next time we'll actually put some light here. That way it's easier for you guys to see. Yeah, I can get actual pictures of the rocks that we're talking about. Why does the PVZ soundtrack get you in a learning mood? I think it's a Mark Rober thing. I think it's legitimately because Mark Rober uses it. My background is in mineralogy, so I find it interesting to hear what's similar and different in gemology. Gemology is very weird. We're very weird when it comes to, like, because mineralogy is more of, like, the study of, like, every mineral. right? There's 6,218 minerals approved by the IMA. As much as I look like a gemologist, I have actually go through the IMA official list every day, just to discover new things. I was absent for 10% of the class and sleep for 10%. So still learn. So 20 out of 10. Hurrah! Just got a notepad open on my phone and was trying to pay attention at work. Constant pursuit of knowledge, of course. The thing is you never know, because like mineralogy is super important. Minerals have to be approved. Yes, they do. There is something called the International Mineral Association, and they approve minerals. Now, there are minerals that were discovered back in the 1960s that are still getting approved to this day. But yes, there are 6,218 when I checked. And even, if you guys want, one of the websites I use a lot is called mindat.org, mindat.org. It really helps a lot. Because it's a database just for mineralogists. Oh, we're actually up. So there are 6,224 minerals right now. Do you have a Discord I can ask questions on and discuss stuff related to geo stuff? I'm working on a Discord right now. I haven't made one. I didn't think I would get this far, so this is all new to me. So, do we want to talk about the newest, do we want to talk about the 5 newest minerals? We could do that right now. Okay, we could do that. I think we could do that. If that's okay with you guys. Can artificial minerals be approved? No. Oh my god, thank you for the subscription. Oh my god, thank you. You do not, Ryle, you do not have to subscribe. That means a lot to me. None of you do. It does help me keep the stuff going, because, oh my gosh, I don't want to, I don't promote myself. Anyways. Okay. We're going to go over, this is going to be less gemology and more mineralogy, but we're going to go over some of these. So right now, there is one that just got approved. The last, thank you for the follow a little bit. There's one called standite or strandite. So this is one of the newest ones that just got approved. And it was okay. It is part, okay. It's part of the hexagonal crystal system. Oh. We're going to use Chris as an analog for crystal. So we're going to use Christ, just so everybody's aware. System. Okay. Named it was named for Urban Strand. By the way, we're learning this together. It won't let me follow. No! Your fashion is infectious. Oh, thank you. So it was named after Urban Strand. By the way, I'm learning this with you. I don't know anything about this thing. Who is a mineral collector? So he collected it. So Urban Strand collected it. He's a collector. It was approved this year, so it's an IMA approval. is 2026. 2026. It's part of the Strunz mineral group. Interesting. It is a Strunz. Strunz mineral group. We're going to use mineral as an analog for mineral to save time. Okay. Do you guys want me to write down the chemical name? I can. It's up to you. I can. It would just be, it's going to be hard to look at. Hell yeah. Okay. I can do chemical composition. So it's PB3MN3 plus 4MN4 plus 3O15. So, okay, interesting. So by weight, it's 49% lead. I believe Mn is manganese, so it's 49% lead, 30% manganese, and then 19% oxygen. Interesting. Oh, thank you for the follow. Thank you. That means a lot to me. I really appreciate you. Ryle, thank you for the follow. Okay. Ooh, it was mined in Langbon. Zero, thank you for the follow. I wonder, you know, manganese has a smell to it when you're cutting gems. It actually has like a smell to it. It's kind of gross. Langbon. Oh, interesting. So it only has one locality so far, which is the Langbon mine. I believe that's China. No? That's Sweden. That's Sweden. At least I think it is. Yeah, I think that's Sweden. Ooh. Yeah, Sweden. By the way, this is how I make my videos, by the way. Yeah, I did talk about that mine in a short. So a new mineral just got approved from there, which is cool. Strandite. Congratulations. This is how I do my videos, is I go through the Mindat records. Just go through. I like going through and doing all that. Ooh. Interesting. It's an analog. Oh, we love analogs. Okay, do you guys know what an analog is? Okay, so it is we're gonna use Anna as a short for analog for your guys' notes. It's an analog that is. Ooh, it's an analog that's Mn plus 3 plus of zenzenite. It's chemically somewhat similar to a couple other minerals. Interesting. Yeah. This is kind of how I do my processes. I just go through and I write stuff down and... Angie Weasel, thank you for the follow. Thank you, thank you. That's actually so cool. I didn't actually think we'd go in that in depth into a stone. Okay. Teaching wise. Pay attention. Okay. So strandite is a new mineral approved in 2026 by the IMA. It is part of the hexagonal crystal system. It was named and mined by Urban Strand, who's a collector. His birth is, I believe, 1948. It has the chemical structure PB3MN3+4 MN3+3 O15. It is part of the Struns mineral group. It comes from the Langbon mine in Sweden. And it is an analog, which means it is an MN3+ of zenzonite. I think that's a lot of fun. I think I kind of want to go for 4, but my legs hurt. Damn, that was actually really cool to learn. That one we learned together, chat. Oh yeah, Struns is a classification. They have it listed as a group. I don't know why they list it. Could they call it? Oh, they call it the Struns grouping. Sorry. King Nixos, thank you for the raid. Hi. I'm Smokey. I talk about rocks. We're learning about different rocks right now. I am a teacher. That is me. I am a teacher. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for the follow, King. Thank you. Okay. So. Trying to think of what I want to do. What I want to learn next. So we just covered a new mineral called strandite that was approved by the IMA, the International Mineral Association, in 2026. Yes, minerals do need approved. Tell us about amethyst. Amethyst is a quartz. You can heat treat it. It looks like citrine, and it has a together form that they call ametrine. What was my one? Where is? There it is. Okay, I think we're gonna do a little piece on corundum. I think that would be fun, don't you? Okay, give me 1 second. I'm gonna pull up my script. I was writing this a little bit. So, chat, corundum. We were talking about this earlier. What is corundum? For the people who haven't been here, just don't worry. Spit out an answer if you feel like it. But for the people who have been taking notes, what is corundum? There's 2 of them. Corundum is a mineral, but there's 2 gemstones named after corundum. Ruby and sapphire. There we go. So corundum is rubies and sapphires. Okay. Now, chat, what is the difference? What is the difference here? What is the difference? What is a ruby? Why is a ruby a ruby? A ruby is red. Okay, that is true. So then what is a sapphire? Rubies are red. So what is a sapphire? So, because if rubies are red, what makes a sapphire sapphire? Sapphires are any color other than red. This is true. Sapphires are every other color except red. Okay, we talked about this a little bit. What makes this red? What makes this red? What chemical do we know makes this red? Fe? No. We're looking for something with a CH. C? Okay. We're looking for chromium. 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 Now, sapphires, there's a lot of different colors of sapphires. Like we said, sapphires are every other color but red. Is chromium tasty? No. Probably not. It probably would kill you. Okay. We're going to get into this. But okay. So, we're going to go over every color because I'm a nice person to y'all. So, blue sapphires are caused by iron plus titanium. Bum, bum. Okay. What do we think yellow is? What do we think causes a yellow sapphire? What do we think causes a yellow sapphire, chat? This one is iron. Okay. What do we think causes pink sapphires? Sulfur? No. What do we think causes pink sapphires, chap? Copper? No. It's chromium. It's low chromium. Why is a pink sapphire not a ruby? Don't know. Probably just because it has too low of chromium. Okay? But what causes orange / our peach sapphires? These are what we call padparaska. Do you guys know how to spell padparaska? I can spell it right here for you. Here you go. P-A-D-P-A-R-A-D-S-C-H-A. Padparaska. Okay. So what causes our orange/peach stones? Well, it is actually two. It's chromium. Chromium for the domium. Plus iron. Okay. That is the worst spelling of iron ever. Okay. So it's chromium plus iron that causes our peach colors. Okay? Chromium plus iron. Okay? What causes purple sapphires? Hey, teacher. Hi. 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 I'm having fun. What causes purple sapphires, chat? What do we think causes that? This one, we haven't talked about this mineral at all yet. None. Chromium plus iron plus titanium. No. Chromium and iron. No. Chromium and titanium. No. We're looking for one that starts with a V. With a V. Sorry, I'm late for the lesson. I was asleep. No, you're fine. We're doing extra lessons now. Vanadium. Oh my god. Dispensable gets it. Vanadium. Or vanadium. It could be both. We're going to be nice to Smokey, who is like somewhat dyslexic. Okay. Vanadium causes purple. Okay. What causes white sapphires? What's white? Or we call these colorless. But what causes white? What do you guys think? What causes a white sapphire? Calcium? Nope. Werewolves. Oh my god, I fucking wish. Me when I only remember one chemical that starts with V. No impurities. Na. So they have no impurities. Okay. So we're going to recap this. You guys can follow along. Where'd my stick go? I want my stick. Okay. Okay, class. Being in the sun, no. I have no clue what we are learning about. Hi, I'm Smokey. We're talking about corundum, which is sapphires and rubies, and we're talking about why they are different from each other. Okay. Okay. Well, we're gonna say for this Na is none. How's that? How's that? Well, actually, I'll just write none. You know what? You are right. You are right. Dispensable. Got me. He got me. He's going to detention. He's going to detention, chat. Okay, wait, say goodbye. I'm joking. I'm joking, by the way. Okay, so here is our recap. Corundum is rubies and sapphires. Rubies are red because of chromium. Sapphires are every other color but red. Blue sapphires are caused by iron and titanium. Yellow sapphires are caused by iron. Pink sapphires are caused by low chromium. Orange/peach sapphires are caused by chromium plus iron. And purple sapphires are caused by vanadium and white sapphires are caused by no impurities. Okay? Now, this comes into effect, but as we were talking earlier, where's my chalk? Need to change the song. Okay. Okay. So, sapphires can actually have what's called asterism. Chat, what is asterism? We talked about this earlier. I know you guys know. What is asterism? Stars. Okay. So sapphires can have 4 ray stars and 6 ray stars. This is where they get needle-like inclusions that cause their intersecting stars. Right? There we go. 6 ray. There is, okay, fun fact, there's a mythical, like, 12 ray star that is theoretically possible in sapphires, but nobody has ever seen it. Nobody has ever seen it. It is possible, though. It is theoretically possible. Okay? Now, corundum also has, especially in sapphires, they have this thing called, we're going to write, Padparaska somewhere else, but they have this ability to color change. Depending on light, some will turn different colors depending on daylight to like dark light. So this is a good example. Some will look blue in some light and then turn purple in others. Okay? Now, sapphires also show something called pleochroism. We learned this word today, earlier in stream. What does pleochroism mean? Why no 8-ray? It's one of those things that is like technically possible, but nobody's ever found one. Multiple colors. Okay, pleochroism means multiple colors, but why multiple colors? Post. Good job. It means diff. We're going to use the word diff for different in this analog. Different colors at different angles. Good job, chat. Okay. So sapphires can have a lot of difference in them. Okay. And this is important. Okay. Now, sapphires are usually, they are considered one of the hardest gemstones. They can be a 9 to a 9.5. 9 to 9.5 on the Mo. Okay? Now, the only thing that beats them is moissanite and diamonds. That's the only thing that beats sapphires on the Mo scale. And to give you an idea on how astronomically large the scale of the Mo scale is, corundum, which is rubies and sapphires, are twice as hard as topaz. Twice as hard. And then there you go. Corundum, like sapphires and stuff, has been used in watches for years and years and years and years as bearings. I don't want to confuse people, dispensable. I want to teach people. I want to actually do a good job. So ruby and sapphire are the same besides color. They are. They are what is called an aluminum or I don't know. You guys can say aluminium, but I say aluminum. That's on me, I guess. But corundum is an aluminum. I probably spelt this wrong, but we're just gonna go with it. Oxide. Okay. Any specific reason for their use in bearings? They're really hard, so they tend to stand up to a lot of friction. They're really good at heat resistance. They're pretty much good at just existing. Metal on metal tends to have a lot of friction, so things wear down a lot easier. Whereas a gemstone, it's a rock. As long as you use a softer metal, the gemstone will last. Any other types of rocks used for bearings? Not that I know of. Not saying that it couldn't happen, but it could happen. Yes, they are different in terms of chemical impurities, but that is what causes the color change. I guess the hardness scales pretty well for its size. It does. So the Mohs hardness scale is actually quite smart, quite intelligent. Yes, they take forever to wear down and hold oil. Yes. Any other questions on sapphires? I think we're good. I think we're good to clear the board for the day. Okay, so I think a good follow-up lesson would be to talk about other physical properties, since diamonds can break too, but not because of hardness. I think that's a good idea. We'll add that to our list of classes. So, by the way, chat, my name is Smokey. I'm a professional gemstone cutter, aspiring gemologist. Thank you for coming to class number 2, which was our Gemstone Basics. And with that, I think we'll call the stream. The VOD will be uploaded today on the YouTube. Please go watch the first VOD as well. But yeah, please go watch the VODs. If you haven't. I do plan on making like a quiz for the end of the month. Just to kind of, the goal is here to teach people, and the first VOD was yesterday. But this one will be the second VOD. It'll take a while to download and to upload, but I'll get that done pretty soon. If you guys would consider giving me a follow. I'm not gonna ask for anything else because I don't think I deserve anything else. But genuinely, it means a lot to me that you guys were willing to sit here for almost 4 hours and talk about rocks with me. You held a good class. You deserve payment. No, I'm good. I don't need to get paid. I am good at that. I'm good. You definitely deserve stuff for teaching us for the good of it. I just want to get more people into gems. I just want to get more people into gems. Oh, announcement. Everybody do some research. Our next class will be oxides. We're going to talk about oxides. Hey Smokey, unrelated question, but do you like old school pocket watches? I love old school pocket watches. Those are some of my favorites. Someone draw art for Smokey that can be good payment. No, it's fine. Thank you for teaching us. Good vibes. I am gonna raid out to somebody. I think my friend Snowy is live. So if you guys wouldn't mind sticking around for me really quick. Maybe they're not. Let's see. Who is live that I am following? Nobody. This is crazy. Okay, you guys are gonna go see my good friend Cody. He's great. We love Cody. Raid message. Different angle, different color. Pleocroism. There you go. I don't know. I'm not good at this. Sorry, I was late to class. Oh, thank you. Please go watch the VODs. Please. It would mean the literal world to me, for you guys to do that. Thank you. Raid message. Just be nice. Just say, yeah. Use posts. Chat message. Use that one. That is our raid message. Cool. Thank you. Pleocroism. Okay, I pinned the message. Please use that. Raid should be going out anytime now. Is it still raiding? Yeah, no. 10 seconds. Bye.